Welcome everybody. This is going to be the strat trade recap for yesterday, which was February 9th, a Wednesday. We actually were able to find a couple good plays even with uh, the CPI coming up today. As I'm recording this, it's Thursday morning, so the day after. Um, so we've been experiencing some serious chop, but we were able to play a couple things very easily. Um, as with our scalping rules and a couple even on a larger time frame. So today wasn't too bad. So let's take a look at our SPX trades. As a rule of thumb, I usually don't trade right off the first couple minutes. I look to see what the ranges are. The VWAPs expand a little bit. So we had an expansion here, a 2 up that failed. So I went short here. And I was looking for two things. I was looking for a return to this deviation. So we captured about $250 per contract on this trade. I was hoping that it could continue lower, which it did, but it did not actually get down to a new low until later. So we did play this down to VWAP and then the low of day. So it was a really good winner, really easy trade. And then we had another setup come into play as we tapped the top deviation here, failed to up move to an inside 3, which I usually don't play, but I liked this setup enough to where I was willing to take it. So it failed to the downside. We entered here, looked for the deviation, so captured about $600 per contract on that one. And then later in the day, we had this failed to up right here, and we were looking for right off these wicks right here. So we captured both of those. Another $500, $400 per contract. So a couple of really good trades here on SPX to start off the day. Well, obviously this is later in the day, but the first two were near the day. Moving on to Netflix, this one was a really cool time frame continuity kind of one where on the 15-minute chart, we had this kind of makeshift broadening formation. It wasn't a true broadening formation in the sense that we were making new lows. But right here, I just saw a reversing wedge, and so I said, okay, I'm going to draw this out a little bit theoretically of what I think price might do. And so when we got up to here, I looked to short. So we got up about 10:30. We tapped the top of this range. And on the 3-minute chart, right here, I looked to go short, so we entered at the bottom of this bar right here, and we were looking for the bottom of this bar, and then we were looking for the bottom of this bar, and then we left a couple runners for all the way to the bottom of this one, which we hit each one. So this was over, I mean, per contract, I think the deltas were about 68 on these. I think we captured about $1,000 per contract on this trade. So it was really, really good trade. That's just a higher time frame coming into confluence here in a 3-minute. That worked out really nicely. And then we hit the bottom of the envelope here, and some people went long, and so plenty of plays there. The other one was AFRM. We on the 15-minute chart saw this kind of cup and this wedge here, cup and handle. And so when we opened above that, I just immediately went long, and I was looking for the weekly pivot to get broken, which it did, and then I was looking for kind of up here in this range, this zone right here to take profit. And when we hit the weekly pivot 2, I took profit there. This was a really good trade. I mean, this 10% on the stock. Premiums went up about 138% on this trade, if not more. So a huge win there. And then the other one, and I believe this was the final one that we took, was Mara. So we had the cup here, and kind of the same situation where we kind of gapped up. So I took this trade immediately at open, and I was looking to scale out right here, and then look to break that and scale out kind of up at this resistance line right here. So I didn't hold all the way up here. I just got out right here. for a really decent profit on those. Those went from, I think, geez, 68.68 on the contract, so $68 per contract to like 230 per contract. So it was a really, really good trade. More than 100% on those. So very, very good trades. We're sticking to a very firm, set up, looking for particular things to happen. As we're talking right now, the CPI is occurring, so we're going to play this by ear. We're going to see what happens. But these were fantastic setups, so hopefully we can keep getting some good ones as we move forward. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I appreciate getting 300 subscribers. That means a ton to me. Let's see if we can get to 500. And I'll keep pumping these out. I know that I don't do them every day, but I'm going to try to do them as often as I can. Hopefully my time gets freed up here even more to make more content for you guys. Comment down below what you guys want to see as far as content. You want to keep seeing this trade recaps and that's it? Do you want to see some educational stuff? Just let me know. Appreciate you guys.